Well, it's always nice to meet talented acts who are new to me, and today I'm delighted to welcome to the studio, all the way from New Zealand, a young lady called Alys Cook. Welcome to the programme.
Thank you very much for having me here. It's been a bit of a drive up into the beautiful, beautiful countryside. I've just been blown away by the drive up here. So it's just lovely. It's great to be here.
Well, sadly, you've got some typical Scottish weather to cope with. It's raining outside, but that's sort of normal.
Yeah, apart from that, though, there was still enough visibility to see that lovely rolling land, and it's just also different coming from New Zealand. It's such a young country, and so to see all of the beautiful old stone buildings along the way is just, you know, it's just something we don't see as much. And the only old stone buildings we did have were down in Canterbury, which of course a lot of them have been destroyed in the earthquake. So yeah, we don't see a lot of that sort of architecture that you have here that's so old.
And Scotland and New Zealand get on really well, don't we? Because you always beat us at rugby for a start.
Yeah.
Well,
of course, there's of course always the rugby sort of side of it, and actually everywhere that I've gone, it's like, oh, New Zealand, oh, the All Blacks is the next thing that pops out of people's mouths, and I mean, it's quite good because we're quite proud of the whole Silver Fern.
Are you a rugby fan?
Yeah, I do like my rugby at national level. It's kind of like, and also at local level as well, but it's. You know, the World Cup's coming up, so it's all very exciting for us.
I'll be there. I'm looking forward to it.
Are you going?
Yes, I shall be.
Oh, good on you.
I shall be following Scotland for a national radio station over here, so I do get the chance to actually visit for the first time.
Fantastic.
So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to Invercargill down on the south.
Oh, you'll like that. Now,
well, we were supposed to be doing Christchurch, of course, but that's all been changed now.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I was talking to Les today about that, my brother, and with Invercargill and Southland, in that area, it was inhabited first by Scottish, so those people actually carry an accent. They actually still roll their R's down there, like you hear the children in the classrooms and things, they still roll their R's and still have a hint of Scottish accent. And so the only stone buildings we do have are from Canterbury, South Dunedin, in those areas, because that was very Scottish inhabited. So yes, you're going to the Scottish part of New Zealand if you're going to Invercargill, so you're going to love it.
I'm also into Wellington and Auckland as well, so
yeah,
on the North Island, so it's going to be great, because I've never been there.
You'll love the south the most. Of course, you know, I come from the South Island, so, so I'm a bit biased.
Oh, it's a lovely, lovely country, so everyone tells me, oh, you have to go to New Zealand, so I'll get my chance to do that. But so we've done it in reverse today, because you've come here, here to Scotland, and I think you've been to London. I think you've played a gig in London before.
Yeah, I had played a gig in London in 2006, but I've come back this time to play Tower Festival in Drax, Selby, Yorkshire, and that's where I am at the moment. I'm staying in Goole, and then I go off to Switzerland and then to France to play a gig over there in Lohans, and then back for Americana International. So, and then home, and it's been a bit of a cross holiday / do a few radio station interviews, play a couple of gigs. It's nice.
And how do you find the British audiences?
Oh, good. Yeah, I mean, receptive and nice. Yeah, no, it's been good.
Come about the whole kind of holiday stroke tour thing.
Yeah, well, I kind of planned to come over and do some gigs over here and just release, and of course I put the song on the hot disc and sent it out as well, and thought, well, I'll come and play some gigs. And then I had a bizarre thing happen, because I use social networking a lot, so you can find me on there if you love Facebook. It's / Alys Record if you want to find me on Facebook. I was working away on Facebook, and this chap messaged me, and he was researching a bit of genealogy, and he turned out to be my half-brother.
Gosh.
Who I didn't know existed.
Wow.
And so I came to the UK also to meet him for the first time, and so we've just met for the first time at East Midlands Airport 2 days ago. So that's been very full on, and yeah, I've had a TV crew that's been following me along the way, filming us as we get reunited, and so that's been pretty fab. So there was lots of reasons to come to the UK.
God, what a fantastic story.
Yeah, and never knew of his existence. So, I mean, and he's 65, so it's taken a whole lifetime for him to find me, so.
What an emotional reunion.
It was. It was, whereas the guys from the television crew said, oh, that was great TV. They had me wired, of course, with the lapel mic and everything when he came through the door, and there was no, I already started crying before I saw him appear at the gate, so it was like, it was pretty full on.
A lot of catching up to do.
fantastic, heaps of catching up, but it's funny, it's sort of like he's so like Dad and he's so like my other brother at home. So it just shows you that some things are, in mannerisms and things like that, are genetic rather than actually environmental, because he never knew my father, so it's like, yeah, it's quite different.
Gosh, and as a songwriter yourself, I'm sure you've probably got a couple of songs out of that.
Yes, well, everybody said, well, there's a song in that, Ali. So, yeah, that's been suggested more than once, and I'm sure that there is a song in it. I haven't written it yet, but I'm sure there is a song in it, for sure.
Now, you're very, very successful, obviously, in your native New Zealand, but obviously spreading your wings now to further afield in Europe as well, and you've been to Nashville, I know. But what about the instant history, if you like, of Ali Cook? I mean, for those who are totally unfamiliar with you.
Okay, well, I've been as solo artist since about 2004, 2005. Before that, I was with a band called D&E, and then before that period of time, I always kept songwriting, but I moved into the other side of the industry. So I toured internationally as a publicist and a tour coordinator with big acts like the Bolshoi Ballet and Torval and Dean. And actually, I came to the UK in '86 to bring the Torval and Dean tent, which was a 10,000 seat tent with a full ice skating rink.
Wow.
And load it into 40-foot shipping containers and send it to Southampton Wharf and take it back to Australia. So I kind of been involved in logistics of tours like that, and I got into that side of it really to learn more about the entertainment industry, so that I had a better understanding of it. So when I wanted to do my own music, I could do that. Well, now I'm finally doing that, and so this album is actually my debut album, and I'm in my 40s, and I'm doing my debut album in my 40s, but I'm loving that. You know, I sort of looked at Susan Boyle and I thought, yeah, okay,
she's what, 49, so
you can be 49 and become the world's #1 selling artist, and you know, so it is actually possible to succeed as a debut artist at an older age group. So yeah, I'm just going for it and having fun at the same time, and fulfilling, you know, a dream and fulfilling a goal, really. But because I've got that background in publicity, and then I've embraced social networking and the internet, you know, the two things combined together, I sort of tend to combine the bricks and mortar. I've got a record label which I'm running, and now I've got a couple of other acts on that label as well, and so I've got physical distribution into Australia and New Zealand, and global distribution digitally, and then also I'm doing the social networking as well. So I'm kind of combining the bricks and mortar, if you like, the things that you have to do, like play live and go into record shops, and with the social networking. So I have an online family, so I've got like one profile with 5,000 on it, and another one with nearly 2,000 on it, and a fan page with over 5,000 on it. So I'm sort of, yeah, I use the social networking. I call them my Facebook family, which they are.
That's what it's all about.
They tune in. They tune in from all around the world when I'm doing things that stream live, and yeah, it's good.
Now, of course, we kind of know you as a bit of a country music artist, but I mean, your music is a lot more than that. You know, it's very versatile. I mean, it's it's very
crossover, and I like to cross over into blues and folk and take all the influences in. I sort of don't like the cookie cutter thing, you know, like I don't want to be something I'm not. So I write my songs how I write them and present them true to myself. And I think that's, you know, from touring with people like B.B. King and INXS and stuff like that, you learn that it's actually about staying true to who you are, and no matter what, that's the most important ingredient of performing as an act. I think don't try to be Taylor Swift, or don't try to be whoever, just be who you are and write how you do, and just do what you do, and it's being unique that cuts you apart, I guess. So I'm just trying to be, you know, who I am and how I write. That's honest.
And at least doing your own thing. Of course, no one can really compare you with anyone.
Yeah. Well, you know, you're not. If you're not trying to copy something, then you know you're not copying it. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Who are your influences though in the country music field?
Well, I kind of like the kind of Sheryl Crow. I kind of like Tammy Wynette, Reba McEntire. I like Emmylou Harris. I like Bonnie Raitt. So, you know, you can see in there that's a kind of a cross mix. So yeah, I just take my influences from everywhere really, and I don't really necessarily just take my influences from country music. I take it from music and songwriting. You know, even sort of way back, I sort of loved Neil Young. You know, that was a great songwriter, and yeah, all sorts of stuff.